Aliens. Right.
Wait a minute. Alien video game. South Park always said Simpsons did it, but didn't South Park have a game before this with aliens in it?
They would have on the PS1.
On the internet.
On the PS1.
They did it for the
Well,
and the N64 as well. So
Yeah.
My God.
I don't think that South Park or The Simpsons were the first games to have aliens in them, to be fair now.
Oh, I don't know,
Only
man.
certain Space Invaders
Shut
came
up.
before all of them.
Whoa.
But if you're just gonna split hairs like this, Adam, I mean, I don't know what's the point of even continuing this commentary.
Oh, you're right. Space Invaders is clearly an allegory for the Colombian invasion.
Well, actually, I was thinking more Cuban Missile Crisis, but yeah, fair enough.
Potato.
Yeah, they're all the same. It's all communist.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah, you have to remember, Adam, I say most of these things to annoy you. You must remember this in future.
You must use this power only to annoy.
It's how to be truly responsible with it. Oh yeah, look at all those coins, lads. Delightful.
money.
I remember when Paul was up
Yeah.
at points.
I remember Paul as well.
Hashtag bring back Paul.
Yeah, come on, lads, let's get a tweet.
We want Paul. We want Paul. We
Call of
want
Cthulhu
Paul.
will return eventually. Depends on the lockdown.
To be fair, this is the
Wait.
Call of Cthulhu level.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He's nowhere to be seen.
Not to be seen. And the gas thing was, I was playing through this level as well, so he was just there, like watching,
Come
observing.
and get me.
Maybe
I'll pay you
he's
with
the end
that.
boss.
I
He is an
would.
unknowable entity.
Well, eventually, when we do make our own game, I think Paul will have to be a boss at some point. You know.
Get back to
In fact, we
trying
all
to kill
will
each
be
Sorry,
bosses at some
what's
point.
this?
Well, we get a game.
other.
No, I'm just saying when we do eventually make our own game, we'll put ourselves as mini bosses, like Streets of Rage.
When we get made big.
Brain.
Yes, in like what 15 years time, fair enough.
Brain.
Oh yeah. At our current growth rate.
Well, most YouTube channels are exponential, dear.
2, 4, 6, 8. You suck. I'm
And
fixing
we're
that.
shrinking.
You, I
Shut up.
Nothing
heard nothing.
forever.
Oh, Jerry just realised that he's old. Sorry, man.
Damn it. I dropped my kebab.
I'm sorry to do this to you.
It's kebab.
That's a hover bike is class.
It looks it.
Yeah.
Like, it's worth the money. I'm not even lying. Yeah, yep.
It's a hell of a game.
You just love to see it.
This last mission though is the one that broke me as a child.
It's so fucking annoying, isn't it?
The fact that you have to do it, I think 5 times or something like that, and
It's
each time
yeah.
gets that progressively hard.
Crazy harder, only because they basically fucking just make the vehicle worse. That's the only reason.
The same problem. The one that gets me.
Yeah, that's it.
I am so smart. I am so smart. S-M-R-T. I mean S-M-A-R-T.
So I noticed that I never did any wager races in the game session, so this seems like a good chance to start. To get me back to where I was.
Yeah.
So
Ow!
What are we doing? What are we wearing?
Yeah.
yeah, so fun.
I like how we just trailed away there. It's like, yeah, so forget about the plot and making advancements. Here's this crap map.
And now a distraction. To be fair, there's very little in this final level outside of the end game. You know, there is only like maybe
you have to
3 or 4 missions left, and that's it, really.
you have to pace yourself.
There's also that, and like as you'll see now in a minute, I have to farm a few coins because I have to buy a car. But I also forget that I had to buy a car. So it's like, yeah.
So you buy a load of costumes instead?
I do buy a costume. You'll see now. I think I do cut out the coin harvesting part. So.
Nah, not too bad.
Yeah. If not, we can always wrap over it.
We must suffer as he suffered.
No, we suffered the fucking Christmas game.
We suffered enough at Christmas. Right? Christmas is a time known for suffering.
Wait, but Adam, were you there for that? Were you there for that Christmas?
Was I there for that? That's my second time watching that fucking.
Oh, he was there. Well, we did that on the quiz night, so yeah, of course he was there.
Oh, man. There's poor reindeer that like crashed on the island and then got cooked into sausages.
Yeah, they just died. Just pure, proper died.
Oh, to be fair, the inflatable one was never really alive.
I don't know, man. We don't know what happened to that inflatable. But holy shit, man, yeah. Like, no word of a lie, like, we've kind of like, just in case you haven't realised on the channel, we've kind of stopped doing the bad game gimmick for BirdBot's playthroughs.
Yeah, because we realised that we were the ones being tortured more so than she was.
Pretty much, yeah. Like, she was kind of getting it. She had basically developed some sort of intolerance to it. It's like, okay, fair enough. Let's just show her really good games I know she'll like, and that's fair enough. But no word of a lie. Out of my short list of bad games to inflict on her, the sequel to that game, right, was on the list. Yeah, it was on the list, but I took it off because it's so bad.
There's a sequel? How did that shit get a sequel?
Well, because you can make games without any budget if you're doing them at poor quality.
Pretty much, yeah.
No, that's an insult to the word quality.
Yeah, no, the word quality doesn't work there.
Yes. So the game.
Yeah, the sequel is worse because a mandatory commodity you need to use to advance is also your token for saving.
Yeah.
So
Basically,
you can soft lock yourself without realizing it.
Constantly as well. Like, you have to always keep one of them in reserve, or else you will just be stopped.
At
You're
least
stuck.
two or three usually.
So literally, you have to. So this thing that you need, right? You need to use it to save games, to combine for items, and combine for actions.
And the game crashes regularly, so you need to save regularly.
And the game respawns like these things randomly at different points, at different places. So you might find them in certain areas, but they're not necessarily guaranteed to come back. So you might have to go to multiple places on the map to find them.
Anyway, let's no longer subject Jerry to this existential crisis. Let's discuss this race.
Indeed. Well, this is a fun one because this is a wrong way race.
I like the Flying Dutchman there.
Eat my dust.
They like to.
He used the cheat code.
So what happens is literally like you see it now when we come up, but literally there is just like a place where you do a Yui and then come back on the traffic. That's like, oh, evil.
That's beautiful.
Thankfully the races we have are all lightweight, so it's grand. If this was done on like the previous level, no. With like trucks galore, fuck that, like.
I think you have the better car anyway.
Absolutely. Hoverbike is OP, lads. But it doesn't even ride the bumps, so it properly does just glide over everything. It's great.
It hovers.
It does. That's the point of the bike, Jerry. You'd be pretty shit at hoverbike if it didn't fucking hover.
But we were talking about cars.
That's true. You're very true.
Well, okay, yeah, but to be fair, Wonder, so which is Broom is one of your opponents?
The man raises a good point here.
I think we've left the definition of car well behind this stage.
Exactly. I mean, you couldn't even describe like the witch's broom as four-wheel drive, could you?
Have a wheel.
It
No.
does have a stick shift.
Yeah, it's manual. We'll give it that. Although I understand some German models are automatic.
Just call me Air Homer.
It's more so for the autobahn, you know.
Let's do this thing.
I wonder what the emissions are like in it.
Depends on the witch, apparently. As long as you keep her in good nick, like you normally don't get any emissions at all.
Yeah, it must have some.
It depends. Again, depends on the quality of the witch. If you have a good quality witch piloting, then no emissions at all. Well,
Is this going to be like another BMW emission scandal here, where it turns out the witches are actually producing greenhouse gases?
Possibly. I'd probably like a greenhouse gas that nobody's really thinking of, you know, the kind of way. It was like, oh, well, there's no CO2 emissions. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
To be like BP and South Park.
That's it, yeah.
Sorry. We're sorry.
We're sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry.
Oh my god.
Love it.
Hey, lay off BP. It's not their fault they're an evil corporation.
Yeah.
Shut up, Adam.
Some
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you fucking capitalist.
Hey, I'm just saying that if we didn't let Fianna Fáil have all of our mineral rights to give to BP for basically a bribe to Bertie Ahern, then you know we shouldn't have voted him in. Again.
Well, we weren't to know at the time.
We didn't do.
But we didn't vote him in.
We thought they got better.
No, we didn't.
I know we didn't.
I've been constantly complaining about them.
In fact, I don't let people forget about this.
I'm constantly reminding people of how I'm right.
Yes, I just keep shaking people off the street, telling them about how Fianna Fáil killed us all.
Oh, they didn't kill us all.
That rhymes.
Indeed.
I mean, they're studying most of us so they can better learn how to extract their nutrients for their personal use.
Precisely. So, lads, I had to do it. Evil Homer.
You're
for
not
the rest
going
of the
as a
level.
hobo again, are you? Going where?
You. Right, lads?
I am evil Homer.
Homer. I am evil Homer. I am evil Homer. And order of light, if I stay stationary, he does that dance.
Oh yeah.
That's what you do with the costumes. Yeah, whenever you do the costumes,
it changes your idol.
Yes. The Donald one is
like
up, he starts eating himself.
I like the references. So it's like, Homer, you're not going as a hobo again, are you? Going where?
Oh yes, and by the way, our prize for winning all the zombie races is an F1 car.
Is any good?
Ooh.
Yes.
I need your help.
Very. Very.
Ah, I like how it's sponsored by Laramie cigarettes.
Yes.
Clever.
And Duff. And for me, there's something really magical about it being in McLaren colours. It just seems right. It just feels right, you know?
Eat my dust.
No.
This
Shit.
kitty's a schoolgirl. Why would you do that?
I didn't intend to.
So painful.
Oh my god! You broke the car!
It's okay, we can make another one. It only costs about $12 million. Thereabouts.
To be fair, that is kind of Formula One in a nutshell.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's far more expensive now. It's like they're like 50 million.
Yeah, but they only make them because they can.
Yeah.
They've already hit the peak, haven't they?
Pretty much, yeah. They have to actively try and slow them down now. Bear with as I found a wrench. Just one tiny wrench. Just one single wrench to fix my happy little machine. Oh, there it is. There's the wrench.
Ouch! My bikini
Yeah.
dripping. Oh,
And there it is.
peanut. Hey, you
Now.
there.
$20 you can buy
Alien craft
many
is using
peanuts.
some sort of tractor beam to suck up trespassers to their doom. Worst effects ever.
But that's real.
Worst effects ever.
What's with the cool black car?
My knowledge of sci-fi movies is correct, which it is. The black car is an advanced probe for the mother ship. Now, if you're through, I will spend my last hours on Earth complaining about movies on the internet.
The gift of life is wasted on.
Yeah, he's a... Well, yeah. Look at him.
It will protect you well, but It runs on
I
human brain.
had to laugh one time. I jokingly called an old friend of mine a comic book guy, and he hasn't spoken to me since.
Oh, that's fun.
I think it wasn't meant to be an insult, but like I think he was self-conscious about his weight, and he did have the ponytail at the time, and he was like really properly getting heavy into comic books. So it's like, yeah, not the funniest joke I've ever made, but it was sadly
It was worth ending a friendship over.
to be fair, it was probationary at that point.
Comic book. Bad.
Yes. Worst thing ever.
Name is Jeff Albertson.
Indeed it is.
Eat my gut.
That is me finding coins so I can afford a zombie car.
You finding coins and defying the laws of physics yet again.
Indeed. In that order, no less. But again, the sad thing is there's only a finite amount of coins in the level. Although what you can do is you can go back to previous levels and farm them for coins as well. So there is a way out of it.
You'd also just keep racing against the Lou, right?
Legs, yeah. You
Legs,
can yeah. And especially now that you have the F1 car, it will be remarkably easy. So, but again, the problem is that you kind of end up have to do it maybe 8 times for the money I need. So, but yeah. I'm not gonna lie, lads. When we were doing the top 100 list, I completely forgot about this game, and I had every intention. I would have had every intention of putting it on my list.
To be honest, I didn't forget about it, but by my rule, the Simpsons game was a better game.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you said that. But yeah, it's just a lot of fun. And again, it gets really fucking difficult towards the end. It really fucks you over in some places.
Oh yeah, like I say, this last level here, I think is one of the best designed levels with the worst final missions ever.
Yeah, I'd agree with that actually. I think that's a really good shout. I don't know if I want to call it lazy or just it was just a very contrived way of making it difficult. I don't know which way you want to put it.
Yeah, because it, I mean, half the gameplay itself, half the time you spend in the game could be that last 2 missions.
Yeah, in fairness, yeah. Or what I would say, a lot of missions in a Pooh's level are fucking accidentally hard, kind of way. Well, they just give you too much to do.
There's some nightmarish ones. And the fact that you have to go back to the start.
Yeah.
Oof.
That's pretty bad. So now, yeah, this is me just frantically finding coins so I can buy another car. I still do not regret the
Thank
hover
you for
car.
leaving this in.
That was pretty much life, basically.
Yes, pretty much. It's a metaphor of something.
It's a metaphor or an innuendo. Take your pick, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly.
In her
It's
head,
in your he's good, isn't he? Clever boy.
Eat my gut.
Clever girl.
Clever girl.
Clever girl.
It's also kind of appropriate that, at time of recording, it's a day before Halloween. It just seems right that we're just watching this final level for all it's worth.
Yeah, it's kind of true.
Yeah.
It's almost as if you planned it.
I really didn't. I wanted this recorded well in advance, but circumstances change.
Well, what are you gonna do?
To be fair, I had every intention of kicking off the next Sandbox Jukebox, but then I realised, oh wait, the second half of the stream we did is complete shite. Okay, I guess we'll just have to re-record it.
Yes, second half.
Sorry, what was that, Adam? What was that, Adam?
Part 3!
That was a waste of a perfectly good monkey's paw.
Quite. Now the problem is I have to try and lure the wasp to ground level.
Oh, did anyone see that meme with COVID? It's okay, I'm use the monkey's paw wish for good, but it has to be simple because I know this is always going to come back to bite me. I wish that proper hand hygiene would become a meme.
That's good. I like that. Get fucking wasp. Holy shit, man! This thing is like fucking Bruce Lee me here.
Come on, Hummer. You can do it.